How much for a fire stick, right? See?
It'll probably cost you somewhere like
Because the lady I told you about in the other building. To each and every one of you in Georgetown, Guyana, and elsewhere, the diaspora. I would like you all to subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you will get the updated video. You know, when I think of Georgetown, Guyana, and the corruption, the obstruction to justice, I do believe another nation should take that country and straighten it because of the corruption. When we had black leaders, too many wrong. When we put the Indian, corruption to the highest. And the court system from 1966 to now, run by political ministers. I want a law that any minister use their office by calling on any magistrate or judge or police or prosecutor to deny a person their rights. If found out who is the minister, they must be tried, and once proven guilty, execute. You do not keep disease, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there are so many crimes in Guyana. Indians, number one, fighting for property that don't belong to them. The surveyor, they are bribing. They are bribing the judge, they are bribing magistrate, they are bribing, you name it, to rob people their land. And if the people retaliate and kill out them, they're going to get charged of murder so they lose again. We do not need a government like elastic because someone support you, you're going to back them to thief. The days of piracy is over, fellow Guyanese. You have 65 members of parliament. We have most blacks and Indians because of emancipation and day of arrival and division. If you all believe in this great God that you all tell people exists, from the Islamic teaching to the Christian to the Hindu, why you all are so covetous, vindictive, corrupt, spiteful, evil, and y'all are worse thieves than a man who pick a pocket on the street? My friends, I want to tell you all today, y'all may kill people, deny them their rights, put their family on the street. You cause many home breaking because of that. The main fact of the country and the crime you all are not dealing with. Like I said again, any police take bribe and lock up innocent people and change statements and threaten witnesses need to be fired immediately once it is brought to the attention of whoever is in charge of them. And if it is proven that that complaint was true against a police officer, man or woman must never have another government job and must not be allowed to leave the country, because we cannot export our disease into a next man country, or any judge, any magistrate for that reason. And the military and the police force must understand, you all are servants of the nation to protect the nation from whatever crime against each other, and the army is supposed to protect the nation from an invasion. And if necessary, if the police cannot handle the job in case of something in the country, the military can be called out to be like a curfew to hold the peace. But when you, the police and the military, will take bribe from a corrupt businessman, an Indian by the way, or a black like yourself, and decide to deny a man justice, I want y'all to take a good look and ask yourself, is that right? Is that right? So I am telling people here today, if you do not get justice from the court and you show that you are right, then you have a right to do other things. Not to kill, not to burn house, as we see what's been happening. Take it to the newspaper. Go to any embassy. And if the embassy, the American embassy, refuses to listen to you, the Canadian, the British, then you go to the CARICOM department on the East Coast and to all little island embassy or consulate in Guyana. And if they also refuse you because they don't want to have nothing to do, take a statement to help, then we have to know who stand with us for justice. Guyana need a leader that will not use race to share what is right for all Guyanese, or religion. I call upon you, the young black woman and man, Indian woman and man, to unite. Your future is at stake here. I call upon you. It is not Mr. Ali, Barra, Jack Neal, Burnham, Cherry, or Barrett, David Granger, or Desmond Hoyt. It is you to be blamed, and your ancestors. Every one of those ministers got money, got a house. Did they ever invite you all to come and spend a week by their house? Did they walk down the street and take a beggar up the street and put it to live in the garage or in their house? Did they go to the church, ask the priest who's a widow that have children suffering, no money to pay rent when they got a big house, and take them there to stay? They will never do that. And anything that I tell you what they won't do, I will do. It's a proven fact. Find out. But I'll be honest. Every time I address y'all is the true race. And if I have to speak the truth like I usually do all time, the blacks are much more decent and honorable than you, the East Indian, who is corrupt, covetous, vindictive, and very miserable. Because of your own, you kill your mother, your brother, you do everything to accomplish what you want against your own, what you would do with another person. But one thing I can assure, y'all are not the racial people. Y'all just corrupt. The rest is in my black brothers and sisters. And again, majority wins, not all of you. Okay? So I'm calling on y'all, the young generation, to be united and make a difference. We do not need to support party system. We try the PNC, it brings us into this. We try the PPP, it keeps us into it. Let's form a national front government where all race will be treated equally amongst their peers, to compare with what you have now. And any judge, I don't care how you're old, magistrate, police, lock up innocent people, beat them like you have done to others. You have children. Your time is coming. So I urge you, if you're a police officer and your minister calls you to do that, or your commander, don't argue, go to the news and expose it. And yes, your life will be threatened. Then go to the embassy with your family and ask for political asylum until the country is clean up. Because what I'm seeing here, anybody who's under pressure could join Venezuela and the whole of Guyana gone, or Brazil, or Suriname. Friends, you, the black race, spoke about emancipation. And you talk about slavery, but you did not feel the pain of your great-grandparents. And they might be rolling in the grave to see that you get a golden opportunity and you are worse than the slave master in the past. You spoke about where the white man slaved you, your ancestor. What the F y'all are doing to the indigenous people under the PNC and the PPP. You say the white man take your land. What the hell y'all are doing to the indigenous people, both of you? You say they take your mineral resources. What the hell y'all are doing to the Amerindian on? My God. I asked for 7 days of heavy rain in Guyana and a disease to kill the wicked. And for those who are a paid killer, criminals, police, and others, I urge you in the name of God not to do it. If you call upon to do that, don't tell them no because they know you know they're going to kill you. Go to the embassy and report it, ask for political asylum. Because when you do it, they already got somebody to kill you and somebody to kill the other one who will kill you because they don't want this to come out. And remember, everybody have friends. How would you like to know that you're having a nice time with your family and some people walk in and start to revenge your family and you? What would you do? I tell you, I saw this happen in many countries. Y'all are pushing the label. My friends, in the name of God, I ask you all to wake up. Unite. The parliamentarians are only 65. They are your servant. You hire them to do a job. You vote for them, and they refuse to do the job and use race and division to exploit you and keep you down. Every Guyanese family, a man, a wife, and a kid, some igamo, deserve 50 to 75,000 US dollars and a piece of land to build your house. And out of the profit of the oil and the gold, every Guyanese can have a percentage in an account. I'm telling you the truth. But if you're going to kill for politician and corrupt businessman, y'all will be slave until you're dead. And for you, the secretaries who are working in the office of ministers, if any minister threaten you because they want to have sex with you, and I know if you refuse, you lose your job and they're going to find an excuse. Don't argue with them. If they want to have sex with you for you to hold your job, tell them it's okay. Arrange a place like a week in advance and get somebody to set up a camera. And when y'all are in the room and y'all going through your nice time, before you get too close, pick up all their clothes and walk out their bloody old house or the hotel and call the police. And make sure you call the news. I ask you to do that. If you believe in the teaching of Jesus or Muhammad as a Muslim, then do what is morally right and respectfully right to you and your family. Because I know a minister, but I ain't calling name. And it happened also in the religious sectors with the ministers too. So friends, you the young men, stop beating your wife or your girlfriend. Stop burning their house down and be careful with these women you are messing with. A lot of them have the virus and you could take it to your wife or your girlfriend. And you young women, stop messing with these old big men because you need money. If you do the right thing and do not vote for the PPP or APNU, you will get what you want, but you have to make that sacrifice. Please, for God's sake, I call upon all priests, Muslim, Hindus, and Christians to unite. I call for a day of fasting. A day when all of you must stay home and give God thanks, because Guyana is a great country, and we can do it. Open up the doors to Mother Africa, where your ancestor came from. And India, because today, those Africans and Indians today are 500 times much more educated and civilized than the past. All right? And we, the Guyanese people, whether you live in America, Canada, England, it's time to prepare to return back home and unite and put the country forward. If Ali is doing good, it is our duty to support him. But if he's wrong, it's our duty to remove him. Vice versa. Today, I'm appealing to all of you. I call upon CARICOM to look into this Amerindian young woman allegation against the minister. and also many things, even the fire at Madhya, because it don't look good. And for the police in Madhya and all of that, I think the government should spend money to find out who is these people who are going and mess around with these young girls. And by the way, that was a semi-prison, not a dorm, according to my opinion. And since you had wanted to protect 13-year, 14-year Amerindian, how do you feel that a 15-year got your minister on the front page? And his brutal way of sex, according to the news and according to her, it's alleged, even though we know the pledge. Anyhow, I say all the best lawyers the brother got, and I want to wish him all the best. I am not going to say he's guilty, because the girl might be lying, she might be misled. But if he was going to Madhya and was linking to that same building, the dorm, I think that investigation needs to go forward and stop lying on people. For there is a God, Ali. Man can appoint, God can disappoint. Okay? All I'm begging you here today, Mr. Ali, unite these two nations. The Constitution is on your side. And once again, personally, I would not say the girl lied, but then you never know what is the hatred. And if she was paid off, it's a lead. Or she know more than what we are saying, and this is just a matter to bring it to light. Could she have been one who had a relative in that dorm? Could she have been one who escaped from the dorm? Could she have been jealous if she was in the dorm, as she say, she liked the fire, that a minister or somebody had forced her into a romantic moment, but had another girlfriend there? It don't look right. I'm just speculating, I'm asking questions, because in Guyana you got to know the English language. But again, Mr. Ali is doing tremendous all over the country. And yes, you go to your only Indian getting jobs, friends and family. But did not Burnham do that? I told y'all, whatever y'all done to the Indian, they will do it 100 to 1 back. They're not racial. It's just mean to get back to you for what you done to them. They do it economically. They're going to do it with the same law. As I recall, so let's again, Raja Khan say they're going to use the blacks to kill the blacks. Or they're going to use y'all to send y'all to Venezuela to fight. It's alleged, okay? Because in your country today, we have to, everything got to say alleged, because you're going to run out of space soon. So I want to wish the young girl all the best. And if this had really happened, and she was not coached to lie, I kindly ask her not to take bribe. You got your proof, doctor's going to prove what happened. And you got to be in the court and cooperate. Don't change for nobody. And when it is over, you can sue the government for hundreds of millions, and you need therapy because it destroys your mind. I have to thank a woman like you to bring it forward if it happened. All right? I'm not saying it didn't, but you have to be careful with the Indian government, because even though a mayor said it's because he's a Hindu and the president is a Muslim, he don't talk to him, and that man gets himself in trouble. He only asks a question. Well, I'm asking the same question. How many more months, years, and days will you two major races entertain nonsense and keep the two-party system? Get rid of the snake and the mangoes once and for all, and let's put a rabbit. It's not magician. May God be with all of you, and good luck for the future. I am your host, George Correa. Again, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Have a good day.